Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin my presentation this afternoon, I'd like to draw your attention to this very first slide. This is a student presentation using a hypothetical scenario for educational purposes. The presenter is a student at UAMS, not a representative of the agency named in the following slides. The information contained herein does not necessarily reflect the views of said agency. Okay, well, with that behind us, then I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Dean Ezel. I'm an occupational health consultant, and I appreciate very much your asking me here today to talk to you about this important topic. We have quite a diverse and large group with us today. There are some farmers from all over the state that are with us. We have professional gardeners and landscapers, and quite a few construction workers. One thing that you all share in common is that you work outdoors in the state of Arkansas, and as such, you're at risk for exposure to certain hazards. Some of these hazards you're well familiar with, from stubbing your toe on a rock to falling out of a moving cart and breaking a bone. But those are not the things we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about those things that could cause you harm that come from living things. And that's what we mean by biological hazards. So today we're going to discuss some of those hazards that you might encounter while working outdoors in the state of Arkansas. And clearly there are many of these and more than we can cover in any kind of detail in the short amount of time that we're going to have together. So what I'll try to do is cover the most common ones and some of the most important ones. And I'm going to try to break these down into three broad categories. Not that these categories are mutually exclusive or all you need to know about, but it just helps us to organize things a little bit and present this in a coherent way. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to talk about things that you might encounter that can poison you, things that can bite you, and things that can infect you. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of overlap between these categories because there are things that can both bite you and poison you, and that can bite you and infect you. But thinking about it in these terms, again, helps us keep it a little bit organized and lets me hit both the common and the important things that you need to know about. So I know that was an awful lot of information to cover in a very short time, but I hope it was helpful to you. My contact information was on the previous slide. Please call me or email me at any time if you have any questions about any of the things we talked about. On this last slide are a few of the reference sources that I used to get information about some of these topics and that you can go to if you want to read up on more details or get more information about any of the things we've talked about. Once again, thank you for your attention and thank you for having me here today.